hosts, the outsider, Scotty William, Mr. Tell It Like It Is, Corey Tiez, with special guests, fans across the nation.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Roar Live right here on MyMichiganTV.com, YouTube, Facebook, and beyond. I am the outsider, Scotty William, and of course, that man right there is Corey Tiez. Lots to talk about, folks. Lions. We'll get the comments. I know EVJ is itching and raring to go to talk about those guys.
I don't see why.
Sean Stewart from 586 Sports will be in for Safe and Trap. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk, to me, what I think, Co, is the greatest World Series of all time. In the ones that I've seen.
Okay.
And don't get me wrong, we can talk. We'll talk more about that. I think '84 is great, but in regards to Game 7 and everything was back and forth. I think this, to me, was just one of the greatest of all time. So, just with the extra innings and stuff. Yeah. But we'll talk about Michigan's win over Purdue. We'll talk about Michigan State's loss. And, of course, we will have Jock Stratman is in with a report. He's
back?
Yeah, he's back. We missed him last week. Obviously, he had the week off with the bye, and then of course they also had I don't think Dave Scott was going to drive him on a Greyhound to Toronto.
He doesn't get
it
us.
Might have been too much.
Is Jock married?
I don't know. I don't think he
wife?
is, man. That's a lot of traveling and stuff for Jack. Well, listen. Let's start off with some Vikings-Lions talk, shall we? To get things rolling. Oh, of course, we want to hear from you. Jared will have that QR code coming up shortly here to get on to talk some Vikings-Lions debacle at Ford Field. I will say this. Jared Goff didn't throw any interceptions. I know you like to say he always throws interceptions, but he didn't yesterday.
Well, he got sacked 100 times.
Well, that's not his fault. He just doesn't
Kinda.
have. Well, okay.
Kinda.
But you know what though? When your defensive linemen go down like flies, like they were going down there in that game, it kind of, I don't know. This game right here, I don't know what happened. 27-24. McCarthy, he was okay. 14-25, 143, 2 touchdowns, threw a pick. Jared Goff had to throw 37 times, 25-37, 284, 2 touchdowns. Aaron Jones, they couldn't even get the run game going. And, your receiver, Sam Laporta, was 8 of 97 for a touchdown. What are your thoughts? I know you're going to stir some interest, and I know EVJ is going to have his comments coming up a little bit later on.
Let's pump the brakes on. Let's pump the brakes on Campbell as great. Let's pump the brakes on that. Campbell's good. Mm-hmm. Leader of men.
Yes.
This didn't look good. Everybody says Campbell out of the bye. They don't lose. You got beat by a rookie.
Yeah.
You got bullied.
Yes.
In every phase of the game.
Yep. But who does that fall on? You think that falls more on Campbell or just the inexperience of these two coordinators?
No, I'm not gonna put it on Campbell. You know what Campbell's gonna do? He's gonna do what he always does. It's on me, man. No, I'm not doing that anymore because he knows. Campbell's the type of guy. Why would he stop being prepared? What did he? Campbell's not the guy that takes a night off.
Right.
This is player stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is player stuff. I don't think the personnel is that great. This is player stuff. You got beat up. They out physicaled you. They were more physical than you. They beat you up in your house. A rookie, because that's what McCarthy is.
Right.
A rookie came in and he outshined you in your place of business. Now, what this does, this mucks everything up
I agree.
because now you got to go to them.
Yep.
And when it gets ugly down the stretch, they can beat you. And you're going to have a lot of tough games coming up. You were supposed to win this game. The Lions looked unprepared. And you can't blame it on the coach because you know what to do as players and professionals. Everybody's making a boatload of money. Hutch.
Yeah.
Amon-Ra, dropping pass. Everybody's making money, and they are professionals.
Right.
This was an inexcusable loss. It was inexcusable. And they just put themselves in a crunch. They did. That's all they did. And don't blame it on Morton. But remember when I told you, pull up the tape. Jared, he's going to have to pull up the tape later, not now. I said, now everybody's blaming the coordinator. Remember I told you this was going to be the story?
Right.
I told you at the beginning of the year, they're going to have somebody to blame. Now everybody's pointing their finger at Morton. And Shepard, they had him going, LSU and this and that. Hold on. You got gutted. You couldn't stop the run at all. Where was Jack Campbell?
Oh, he was there.
Was he around?
Yeah,
I didn't see
he was the leading tackler in the game.
Well, he had to.
6 tackles, 3 assists, a sack. Derek Barnes was there. Looking here, I think.
Well, he needed some help because I didn't. It looked like it wasn't.
It was bad. It really was.
It was bad. And you got Orlowski other week talking about, the secondary is great. Where? Why do the people keep saying this secondary is good? Why do people keep saying this? I'm not taking the Campbell excuse. It's on me. I'm gonna take this one. He's always protecting his players. His players were terrible yesterday.
Well, I mean, they didn't do too bad in the secondary. They held Justin Jefferson for 6 for 47. Addison actually was only 2 for 48. So they did decent to a certain extent.
Arnold played okay, but he was saying overall.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm saying overall, not yesterday, but they couldn't stop the run.
Yeah.
You just gave Hutch $100 million.
Yeah.
Is he a run stopper? Is he both? Or is he just a pass rusher? Which one is he? Because now everybody's clamoring, we need another pass rusher.
And speaking of that, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the trade deadline is tomorrow.
It's tomorrow, 4:30.
I don't see them going out and making a splash. I hate to tell everybody out there. I don't see it.
Well, you better get the linemen.
Offensive
linemen.
They need to grab somebody. And now, as we're talking football, real quick, I know you've seen Jaden Daniels' gruesome injury yesterday, and it was bad.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is about gruesome injuries and Redskin quarterbacks. But anyhow, we wish him well. But they were saying that, now they might be – Washington Commanders might be in sell mode, so they could have a couple of linemen that could be worth grabbing.
Yeah.
That were all pros with Kansas City.
You're going to need it.
I wouldn't mind seeing –
You're going to need some interior help.
They have to.
Because your quarterback,
he's not a scrambler. And if you don't give him the time to throw, forget about it.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not even going to say scrambler. He can't move to the left or to the right. I'm okay with Goff not running.
Right.
That's what got Daniel. This is what is getting Daniels nicked and danged and all that.
Uh-huh.
The best quarterbacks are not runners.
Right.
I've said this 100 times.
Right.
Goff is fine without running. He just has to have more time than they gave him, and he has to pivot a little bit to the right, pivot a little bit to the left. He was under duress all day.
Yeah.
They better shore up that line because that's the only way that they can go.
Well, they kind of got butchered around like they butchered around Baker Mayfield.
Yeah. That's the only way. That's the only way the Lions can go.
All right. Well, let's see.
You know how that works.
Well, we'll get back to the Lions. Let's see. Who else do we got up here, Jared? Our buddy Jock Stratman has a report, and I'm sure it'll be a good one. Take it away, Jock.
Telling it to you straight, it's the Jock Stratman Report.
What up, though, Detroit? This is your Roar Live Lions vs. Vikings Strapman's Meltdown Edition with your permanently Greyhound seat sore correspondent, Jock Stratman. What went down or didn't stay down? The Lions came into Ford Field rested from their bye, favored, healthy-ish, and left having dropped their first home game of the season. The Vikings walked out with a 27-24 win. Young QB J.J. McCarthy returned from Minnesota and threw 2 touchdown passes and ran one in. 14 of 25 for 143, efficient enough to punish the Detroit slip-ups. For Detroit, Jared Goff completed 25 of 37 for 284 and 2 scores. Standouts? Well, Sam Laporta and Amon-Ra St. Brown each logged 97 receiving yards. Nice numbers, but in the end, they couldn't close the deal. The game featured a blocked Lions field goal, a late Vikings drive with a key third down conversion, and Detroit watching their home comfort turn into that one night you'll wince at later. Dumpster fire moments of the game. Detroit special teams. The Vikings had huge return yardage, set up by Lions looking more like they were designing field position experience than playing football. The interior offensive line got pressured, run game faded, and Lions let Minnesota hang around longer than they should have. Home field advantage? It blinked, looked away, and gave clutch time to the Vikings. Well, the strap-down verdict is in. Lions fans, this one hurts. The team looked like they had the calendar date circled, the bye week rest handled, and maybe we got this attitude until the Vikings showed up to remind Detroit that we got this. Only works if you play it. Detroit still has plenty of season ahead, plenty of talent, but consistency is in the axis this team must keep spinning, not stopping. Because if the Lions keep losing games like this one at home, the Greyhound ride back to relevance will feel long, cold, and yes, diesel smelling. I'm Jock Stratman, signing off from Ford Field, nursing my Greyhound seat cushion and wondering why the pillows at home don't come with blow-by-blow replays. Stratman out. And right here
Stratman
on the Roar Live, our
Did he
buddy
steal
John.
that from the Mamba? Stratman out?
I don't know.
And I wonder if Stratman knows or knew the great John Madden. You think? They
It's
both
possible.
took.
I wonder who is it. I wonder if he knew. I want to have to find out if he knew. Remember that guy? What was that guy's name that did the boxing? The old school guy. The old guy back in the day.
Well, Stratman knows everything about sports, so
Yeah.
he probably did.
You know who I'm talking about? Don't you remember I'm talking about? What was his
Cosell?
name? No. He was a boxer reporter guy. Old guy. Wore like the hat like Jock does.
I can't get it. I know you're talking.
You know who
about.
I'm talking about? Maybe somebody else might
Yeah,
know out there.
He had a New York accent or something.
Oh,
Is that Sean?
did I hear Shawnee?
Yeah.
Did we have
Yeah.
Shawnee up on the up? Here he is.
There you
Bert
go.
Sugar, that's his name. Was it Bert Sugar?
Bert Sugar. Was it Bert
Was
Sugar?
it Bert
Yeah,
Sugar?
Bert Sugar, yeah.
It wasn't the guy that had the cigar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bert Sugar.
Bert
Bert
Sugar.
Sugar.
Bert Sugar. Yep.
Yeah.
Leave it to Sean.
Shawnee, how are you, man? It's been a kind of a crazy weekend for sports, hasn't it?
Yes, it is. And unfortunately, since I got YouTube TV, I wasn't able to watch the games on ESPN. Unfortunately, but at least I watched some Big Ten games.
So
fun with that.
YouTube's going through their thing with it. I had DirecTV
Yeah,
Uverse
yeah.
last year, and we kind of went through it a little bit with ESPN.
But you're connected. You should have 100 TVs wherever you're at, and you should have all the games. Sean. You're a connected guy in this industry.
Don't worry, I'll able to watch it, so that ain't be no big deal. So
I know he probably went down to B Dubs and watched it.
Yeah. Okay.
Sean likes to
That's
go.
It's a good
one.
spot.
That's one spot he likes
It's a
to
good
head
spot.
down
B
to.
Dub's a good spot.
B Dubs is a great place to
Yeah.
see games.
Great place.
Yeah.
Great place.
Right.
So listen, we had a lot of heartbreak in Detroit, obviously, with the Lions losing. Anything in the safer trap that just kind of destroyed everybody?
The Green Bay Packers losing to the Carolina Panthers. That was a hard blow.
Is it kind of surprising to you guys about that?
Yeah.
I'm going to say yes and no
Okay, why do you say no?
because Dowdle has been on a tear.
Yeah,
He's averaging 10 yards a pop.
yeah. Do you wish you still had him in Dallas?
No.
Why?
We didn't do anything with him.
Okay,
Yeah. No, it doesn't matter.
okay,
I don't think he would have been the same back, with Dallas as it. Yeah. No.
okay.
Yeah. No. So.
So where do you want to go? Where do you want to go to first this week, Shawnee? You got anything pulled up there?
Yes, I do. Let's do college. Let's do college first.
Okay, let's do that. What conference do
let's
you
do
want to
mo-
start with?
Let's do the Mountain West.
Mountain West. He likes the Mountain West.
Yeah. He's a
He's a Mountain West guy.
Mountain West guy.
Here's the Mountain West. What week are we in now for this?
11?
Week 11.
Week 11.
Gotta be.
I am
College football's almost over.
Yeah, it's true.
November.
Yeah, it is true. I think I'm going to go Utah State over Nevada. What do you think?
Utah State over Nevada.
Yeah.
That's good. That's safe. That's safe.
I can't see any trap games in there. What about you, Sean? Do you have any trap?
What do you got? Yeah.
I got San Diego State over Hawaii.
You're always picking against the Rainbow Warriors. I'll tell you.
What about Colorado State over UNLV? Colorado State over UNLV.
That's a coin flip.
Yeah, Colorado State over UNLV. Let's go with that.
And plus, they fired their coach.
Yeah, another one bites the dust. Where else do you want to? Where do you want to go now?
Let us go with SEC.
Oh, there's something good. SEC.
Yeah.
And you said week 11, correct?
Correct.
Correct. There's a lot of buys here in week 11 for SEC.
Yeah.
I think
Yes,
they
it
kind
is.
of. You know what? I'm going to say LSU over Alabama. No, is that right? Is that the one?
Week 11?
No, yeah, week 11. LSU.
Week
over
11. Yeah,
Alabama.
yeah.
Alabama over LSU.
You think-
Alabama's rolling.
Okay,
Alabama over LSU.
that might be my trap pick.
LSU is in disarray.
Okay,
Thanks to Kelly.
yeah. Take
Alabama,
the money and take
yeah.
the money and run.
Take the money and run.
The Steve Miller band song.
I like that term.
What about you, Sean? Who do you got? Week 11.
Let me take Vanderbilt over Auburn now that Auburn fired their coach.
Has any more coaches been? Haven't been keeping up with the coaching carousel. I know we had a few last week. Is there anybody that's been fired as of like this past weekend?
No.
Okay.
No. Is
Auburn,
Vanderbilt
just
a
the Auburn
fraud?
coach.
Vanderbilt, Texas got them. Vanderbilt a fraud? They were 9, weren't they?
Well, where do you want to go now, Johnny?
Let's go with Big 12.
Big 12. How about I'm going to say Colorado over West Virginia.
Oh, that's a risky pick.
Dion for the win.
I don't think so.
Shador came back and visited him on his bye week and to give him that pep talk. Hey, Dad, maybe one of these days I'll play in the NFL as a starter. But remember when I was here?
Yeah.
Oh my!
Yeah.
What do you think?
Let's go with Iowa State at TCU to beat them.
Iowa State. Or
At
TCU.
TCU to beat them.
I have the same pick as well.
Wow.
Iowa State at TCU to beat them.
Where do you want to go next?
Let us go with ACC.
ACC. Clemson over Florida State.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Clemson over Florida State.
That's a tough one.
Because when it boils down to it, I mean, the pickings get slim.
Yeah, let's do Miami over Syracuse. Let's do Miami over Syracuse, even though Miami's a fraud. But let's do Miami over Syracuse.
What do you think, Sean?
I'm going to go with. I'm going to pick the opposite. I'm going to pick Florida State over. Florida State
Okay.
over. I'm going to pick Florida State.
Over Clemson. Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
That's going to be tough.
That leaves us with the Big Ten. All right.
Yep.
Is it the Big
Got
Ten?
some mic issues.
Got some mic issues? Did you turn your mic off on accident? I can hear you. Talk into it.
Can you hear me?
I can
I
hear
can't hear
you.
myself.
I can hear you.
You can hear me?
I think
Yes.
your pack. I think your pack. Jared, I think his pack's gone a little. There's something blinking on there.
Yeah.
He might need a couple new batteries. The perks are starting to show
Probably.
late, but it's all good.
Yep. We'll get it fixed.
We'll get to,
Jared's
Jared's
good.
running in to get some batteries, scurrying into the back room. But I can hear you. I know we can hear. You can hear him, right? That's all we need to do. So
Yeah.
Big Ten is. What are you going to say?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I didn't. Yeah.
Listen, what was the score of the Indiana Maryland game last week? Was I far off on
That was.
You picked.
I picked Maryland. Was it a romp?
I can't remember.
Do you remember what the
But it
score
was a
of that-
blowout.
It was a blowout.
It was a blowout.
Okay.
Blowout. Yeah, there we go.
Well, how about this?
I just don't like Indiana's.
I'm going to
Indiana's
say
coach.
Penn State over Indiana.
No way.
Well, you know what though?
No way.
You know what though? They like the interim coach.
I mean, they
some
got
odd
better
reason.
players. They got better players in Maryland, so they might stand a
They're
chance.
playing. Yeah, Penn State was kind of in the Ohio State game for a minute. I watched it.
Maybe Indiana's going to be the new Big Ten elite
They're
team.
not. They're not. They're not. They're not.
Well, we already know EVJ's Michigan State team is abysmal.
Right.
And I
Well,
know,
there was another coach that
I
did
know.
get-
I know EVJ is actually listening right now, and there he is shaking his head.
I'm gonna go Oregon.
We can see you shaking your head there, buddy.
I'm gonna go Oregon over Iowa.
Oregon over Iowa.
Yeah. That's safe.
And what did you say, Sean?
Iowa's.
I'm
yeah,
taking.
that's very safe.
I'm taking Michigan.
Michigan?
Over.
Who do we got this
Or
week?
Western.
Oh well, I would hope so.
Yeah.
I would hope
Right.
so.
Oh yeah. Maryland fired their head coach. I just
Oh,
forgot
did they?
about that.
Well, there's a
Yes,
surprise.
they did.
I think. I actually.
Well, they should have.
I think EVJ might actually.
And I don't want nobody to get fired.
put his hat in the ring for that. Maybe even Tony Blankenship.
but
Tony-
for the Michigan State gig.
Yeah,
Why not?
Tony should.
Why not?
Why not?
But Blanken's such a Michigan guy. He's not. He never.
I could.
Well,
I-
for a whole lot of money, he'd do it.
Well, I'll tell you what. that would be the first time I would ever see Tony Blankenship without any
Michigan gear.
paraphernalia. Every time I see him, he's got
Dr.
hats,
Blank.
socks,
Something.
hoodies. I think
Pajamas.
that's all he had. When he opens up his closet door, I'm
Yeah,
sure
this
it's all
is
Michigan.
Maize and blue.
So where are we going NFL wise?
Let's do the NFC.
Okay, let's do the NFC.
Where we at? Week 10? Week 9. Week 10.
We're week 10.
Week 10. Well, I'm going to do this. The Detroit Lions over the New York Giants.
I thought they had the Redskins coming up.
No, that's team.
rest-
That's 10. It's 10. It's 10.
Oh, it's 10. You're right. Why?
Yes.
I'm going to say Detroit over Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Oh,
Jayden's
yeah.
out.
Yeah. That's very safe with
And
Mariota.
that's Mariota. Yeah. What about you? Are you actually going to go with the Detroit team?
No.
We even asked that question.
No.
There's a surprise.
I'm going to go with the Rams. Wait. Hold on. No. I'm going to go with Buffalo.
Well, what
Over
happened?
10.
What happened to your
Buffalo over Tampa.
What happened to your Mahomes this week?
Well, I told you.
Oh my God!
But no, you.
Why does
If
everybody-
I'm not mistaken, he picked KC over Buffalo. Because I specifically said, "Are you sure you want to do that, Cole?" Because Buffalo's always got their number during the regular season.
Yeah, but I thought this time they would get them, but they always beat them in the It's the playoffs.
Right.
So that was Buffalo's doing. Now, the defense they put Mahomes in a little quandary. But yeah. Regular season Buffalo. Give it to them all the time.
What do you got? What did you say, Sean?
Let me get the. I'm going to go with the Rams over the Niners.
Rams over the Niners. That's a safe pick. I like the Rams.
That's okay.
AFC. What do we got in the AFC here in week? What did we say it was again?
Week 10. Week 10.
Losing my mind. How about here's one. Baltimore over Minnesota. I don't think they get lucky twice.
Because Baltimore is in a must-win situation, and plus the AFC North is not that good.
Every game is a must
for
win
everybody. I think
for everybody. So yeah, they are.
Because your Caleb Williams and Bears have kind of clawed their way back into the
they're
divisional.
What are they? 5-2, 5-3, or something like that.
Same as the Lions, 5-3.
Yeah.
We're like a half game out.
I'm gonna say, and I like this game. We're at 11, right?
Yeah.
Week 10.
I'm gonna say Aaron Rodgers.
No, 10. 10, right? We 10?
10, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers will beat. Pittsburgh will beat LAC.
LAC.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Chargers?
Oh, the Chargers.
Really?
Yep. Chargers are frauds.
What did you guys think?
They're in and out frauds.
What did you guys think of Danny Dimes? I just think he had an off game.
No.
I'm not saying he's going back to what he used to be. I just think the Colts really haven't had any bad games yet.
Well, the team is better.
Right.
So he's not going to go all the way back to what he used to be, but he's going to go back
You
a
think so?
little bit. He's Danny Dimes. I told you, there's only one good quarterback in the NFL.
And who did you say, Sean, for you?
One
Let me
great
go
quarterback.
with. I'm going to go with Houston over Jacksonville.
Houston over Jacksonville. Now, will Stroud? Do you think Stroud will get cleared for that game?
You never know what you get with either of those teams. You never know what you get.
Right.
I
And
love
plus-
Trevor
and
Lawrence.
guess-
Now I'm trying to
and-
fall out of love with him.
And guess who's the GM of the Houston Texans? It's somebody from the New England Patriots that's messed them up.
Yeah.
So,
Those teams, you never know what's going to happen with either of those teams.
right.
So that's
I
actually it's
thought
going
Houston was
to
going to win that
be a good game.
division.
Yeah.
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 Sean, I know you got a show coming up, and I think you said last time you were on the air that you had a guest coming in. Do you have another guest this week?
Yes, his name is Gabe. So what he does is he does like survival pool, like from Circa, ESPN, any type of survival pool websites that he does. So he will be on this Thursday at 6:35 p.m. Eastern time. And the new name for the show is called King of the Hill. So
You
it's
know
not
what?
Safe for Trapping no more. It's King of the Hill.
I
That's a
kind of
better
like
name.
King of the Hill. Corey said he thinks you should say stay.
I like Safer Trap. Would you get some more money with the sponsorships and
Yeah,
somebody
that's what it
broke you a good deal?
No,
got
I
the
just
money.
thought about it.
He's getting a little promo. From
Yeah,
King
yeah,
of the Hill.
promo king. Yeah, I'm okay with it. We support you, whatever
Yeah.
you do.
King of the Hill.
Okay.
So
King of the
have
Look
to
for
get
that, folks. King of the Hill, Survivor Pool.
Yeah. Tell us where you can find us, Sean.
You can find me on social media at 586 Sports with 2 S's.
Mm-hmm.
And the new name, King of the Hill, is every Thursday night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time on 586 Sports. So that'll give you plenty of time to get prepared to watch Thursday night football, which more likely I'll probably watch the first quarter. Depends on how the game is going to be. But I have a great feeling Denver will beat the Raiders anyway. So
Denver's looking hot. Denver's looking hot. You gotta like Denver.
I like him. Still not overly sold on Knicks.
they're iffy on the offense. I'm iffy
Yeah, I'm
with
not
the
so.
offense.
Yeah, it's just I'm not overly sold on Knicks. I'm not. But we'll see how it goes.
Even though he was a good quarterback in Oregon.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
All right, Shawnee. Well, we'll see you back here next week
Gotta love Thursdays, man.
right.
for King of the Hill.
King of the Hill.
Safe.
Good luck with King of the Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Shawnee.
You gotta love Thursdays.
And we didn't I didn't want to rush Sean off, but we have our buddy Evie J in, and he's been waiting patiently.
What have you been waiting patiently for?
I'm sure to give us some rundown of his viewpoints of the Lions debacle at Ford Field, and of course I know Evie J is going to have some kind of Detroit Red Wings report for us.
Well, yeah.
Because there's that prepared face. You see that he's got that prepared face.
Yeah.
So he's ready. He's ripping and raring to go.
Yeah. I've bought in.
But before you get into that, has L.A. gone wild there in with the parade and stuff?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love it.
I was downtown early this morning, and I almost couldn't get out of downtown at like between 9 and 9:30.
No kidding.
Traffic was just backed up everywhere. There's people walking with their Dodger jerseys on and their new Dodger championship T-shirts and all that stuff, and there were people everywhere. So yeah, it's they went bananas again today.
Yeah. I mean I was telling Corey before we get into this Lions stuff. To me, I think this is probably the greatest World Series that I've watched as a kid. Now, my dad will tell you the best World Series he's ever seen was the 1968 World Series with the Tigers being down 3-1 to the Cardinals. But for me, and don't get me wrong, and I know we were going to talk about it, but I know you were saying, I thought you said earlier you think 84 was your favorite.
No, I thought
that's my sentimental favorite, but it didn't go 7 games.
No. 84 was good.
Right.
It wasn't like this. Like every game it was an implication to every game 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I thought it would go 6 and went 7, but I hear what you're saying. I agree with you. I'm a Lou Trammell guy, so I love that series.
Right.
But this one was, and then A-Rod broke out in 2009 against the Phillies, so I love that one too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Of course. Your guy, A-Rod. So, Joe, what did...
I thought, I've been hearing that people talking about, this is the best series ever in the history of the game and all that kind of stuff. And, dude, I can't even tell you what last year's series was about or the year before that.
See, I had to go back. I'm with you, Joe. Yeah, I had to go back and look. Yeah. But this was a good one.
Every year is a good series. This one was great because of all the, the 18-inning game, freaking, guys coming back and pushing teams at the bottom of the 9th and the 8th inning and late game heroics from each team. And hell,
it was crazy.
Yeah, and Game 7 was, anytime there's a Game 7, you got a good series and it's fun to watch. Anytime, if you're watching baseball and you're on the edge of your seat for every pitch, like that's when it's fun.
Playoff baseball, yes.
I mean, it's like the regular season. It could be like that if you love baseball, but nobody loves baseball that much unless you're playing in the game. So it's kind of like football. It's like we're ranting and raving about the Lions losing a game that they should have won yesterday coming out of a bye week. But, man, I tell you, they looked flat right from the starting gun.
Yeah.
They couldn't stop the run. They couldn't run. They couldn't stop a short pass. It was like the linebackers were non-existent in the game, the whole game. They didn't make a reasonable, credible adjustment at halftime to right the ship. I mean, the offense still scored 24 points, which is, it shows that they were still in the game. They only lost by 3 points, but a loss is a loss. And right now, I think the Lions are kind of playing, like last season, they seemed to feel like they had to win every game, and they came out for every game. And this year, it seems like they're not really coming out for every game. They don't have to win every game. They just have to get to the playoffs. And when they get to the playoffs, then they're going to have to show out.
Well, I said that. And right now, this team, I don't know this. And let's go real quick. Go back to the World Series. The kid, how do you pronounce his name?
Yamamoto.
He came back and pitched again.
Yoshinova.
Yeah, he came back. To all you Tigers fans, Scooble stopped in the 6th. Let's keep this.
Right.
Let's not overlook this.
Right. No, I agree with you. man.
It's Google now, man.
No, what I'm saying is, Joe, like, let's come on. He came right back.
Bro, that was incredible performance by
He
that
came
kid,
right
man.
back, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. Scoop, and I like Scooble.
He deserves the MVP, man. He deserved it. As soon as he stepped on the mound in Game 7, I was like, "You got to be kidding."
What is this? Yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So let's get back to your Lions. I don't know who they are. I really don't.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know who they are.
No, I agree with you. I think that gritty Lions that you've seen the last couple of years, you don't see it anymore.
I think that Campbell has put in, we're always going to go for it on fourth down. I think they're smelling themselves. I think that they think that they're better than Minnesota. Like, we don't have to, there's no way you lose that game at home with everything on the line here. Everything is on the line.
Yeah,
Everything is on the line.
They blew first place. They blew their divisional first place right there. They got 2 losses against 2 key teams in the division, and that's bad.
Yeah.
That's a bad thing.
Yeah, and we're having these talks. The Lions are a good team. They're going to be good for a while. But this is not the goal. And yesterday I'm saying to myself, who are they?
Yeah.
Sometimes I see Gibbs go nuts. Sometimes I see nothing. But I told you guys in the beginning.
They couldn't block.
They couldn't block.
Our offense, all 4 of our starting offensive linemen went down yesterday.
How many wine glasses did you break watching that game, Joe?
Luckily, I was at a bar and I didn't have to break. I missed half of the game because I was drinking.
Was it after you golfed? Was it after or before you
I
golfed?
didn't play any golf on.
But
I was just met some friends at a bar, man. It was loud, and I didn't see every play, so but it was,
man. I'm looking at this and I'm like, and I was telling Scott earlier. I said, remember when I said Travis Kelce, the Taylor Swift story will be an issue if he misses a ball, and it is. He looks old. He looks washed. It's too much Taylor Swift. I said the Lions, the reason why they won't go where they need to go is because now it's going to be a coordinator thing. Now they're saying Goff misses Ben Johnson. I said this in the beginning of the year. Goff misses Ben Johnson. It's not the same. Now they want to blame Morton on everything. Okay, that's fine. But if Campbell is the head guy, just take it over. Just if you don't like Morton, you have the power to do it. I said this was going to be an issue, and this is why they won't win the Super Bowl this year. Because the line is wrecked. They're saying Goff is making his own calls. They're doing this and this. I knew it was going to be a coordinator thing because that's the NFL. It's a story. You got to have somebody now to blame, and they're blaming this Morton guy. They're blaming him now. It looks dull. It looks flat. Why are they throwing screens? Why not J-Mo? I knew it. And if Jared gets tape, I ran it back, said run it back. I said this was going to be an issue for them, and here we are.
Well, maybe not. I mean, I think it's definitely too early to say that they can't win the Super Bowl. I mean, I'm not calling them to win the Super Bowl, but it's just like, that guy Morton. All week long, the story was, hey, we're going to incorporate Williams more. Williams. He should be more of a target. He didn't look like he was a whole lot a part of that game yesterday either.
Right, and why do you have to do that?
I think that he was at.
But when you look at the stats, though, when it comes to Minnesota, Addison, Jefferson, they didn't really go off for much. I mean, Jefferson was like 6 for 47. Of course, he had a touchdown. Addison was 2 for 48. But so J.J. McCarthy did his Michigan short pass flipper flop.
Yeah.
That's what you call a Jared Goff game.
No,
right?
Well, you know what, though, dude? Where were the linebackers, though? On all those short passes, all season long, we have been able to break down those short passes because our linebackers, Campbell and Anzalone, were there. I didn't see Anzalone once in the whole game.
Well, that's funny you say that but Jet Campbell was their leading tackler. 6 tackles, 3 assists,
he only had 6 tackles,
Derek Barnes had 4.
But you still got gutted for 200 yards on the ground.
Yeah. Dude, they couldn't stop the run.
You can't stop the run.
They couldn't stop the run or the short passes, and it was like, where are they at? they're getting blocked. They were getting blocked on the line. Their line was getting to the second level, and they were getting blocked. And I haven't seen that happen to those guys in 2 years. You know,
Well-
Derek Barnes and Jack Campbell being blocked. I haven't seen it. You know, so Brian Flores. The other thing,
Him and
Flores,
McDonald,
Flores
they
brought-
outcoached your staff.
he brought the pressure.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Goff, when you blitz, they showed Flores his play calling was they were blitzing a lot, which meant that there was an extra guy to pick up, and Gibbs missed blocks. Everybody missed blocks yesterday, and they put pressure on Goff, and so he was forced to throw the ball sooner. That may be part of the reason that Williams wasn't involved more, because it takes him a little bit longer to get down the field and get open. Because he's typically not coming across the middle like St. Brown. And St. Brown dropped another one yesterday. It was in his hands.
He's dropping a lot. He's dropping a lot.
Well,
And-
let me ask you this.
and I don't like
a lot,
Gibbs,
but he's dropped a few.
I don't like Gibbs blocking. I don't like them coming down and he's got to stand there and block. This offensive line is in trouble. This is Jared Goff everything has to be on order. He cannot makeshift and have a bad offensive line at no time.
Yeah.
Because it won't work for him.
Well,
it
he's
won't
not going
work
to
for
win.
him.
He's not going to win games with his
He's
legs.
Well,
know.
let's talk about the elephant in the room. Tomorrow is trade deadline. Do you see the Lions going out there and making a splash with anything? Are they held tight last year, and you see what it got them? I mean, who do you see them bringing anybody in here? What do you think, Joe?
Not really. All the pundits are saying they're not going to go out and do much. Campbell has said he's not expecting to do a whole lot. And, the bottom line is the positions that they need help in, would be the line. And the only thing that's available for a line out there, there's no superstar offensive lineman available. So you're going to get a practice squad guy who got cut from another team. So you're always rolling the dice with that, and I don't think they're going to waste their time with that. We'll just use our own practice squad if we have to do that. So, I thought our secondary seemed to play reasonably well yesterday, even though they didn't get beat deep. Jefferson's pass completions were pretty short. He didn't have a 40-yard pass, completion, or I don't think anybody did. And JJ's all right. He played with a lot of heart and played hard, but he's going to get smashed again, and he'll get broke. He's going to get broke again. So that's just on the horizon. And we could have done it to him yesterday and didn't. And I thought that was a bullshit call that they called on Hutch. Kicking him. I don't think he was getting thrown down at the time. I was like held and thrown down to the ground, and to call him kicking the guy, I didn't see it at all. I mean, his leg came out, but I didn't see him kicking the guy at all. I thought it was ridiculous.
I think that with the JJ stuff, I'm not a JJ fan. I wasn't at Michigan, but everybody at Michigan loved JJ. Now he's against the Lions; they don't like him anymore. So this is a problem I have with Lions fans. So you let a rookie come in and beat you. That's what you did. Basically, you let a rookie come in and beat you. He's not going to make the throw. And people say, Jefferson, they held Jefferson. His quarterbacks hold him. He's had terrible quarterbacks his entire career. JJ's not good. Wentz, Cousin, stop. The Lions let this team come in and beat them at their own game. Running, special teams, and defense, and making the plays when they need to make the play. They let them come in. They were unprepared. Flores, he's going to blitz. That's what he does. You know it. You didn't prep for that. You didn't make any adjustments at all.
Montgomery couldn't hold on to the ball on that one.
Never thought he was. Yeah, you guys, here goes the stuff.
But my thing is this: why do you guys think? Do you think it's the offensive line's
It is
complete fault?
No.
As to why
Nope.
they couldn't run the ball with
Nope.
Gibbs and Montgomery yesterday? I mean, they couldn't get nothing going. And you're looking at what the top running back tandem in the league. I mean, how do you? I mean, that goes to show you, Minnesota really wasn't as bad as what we thought. Because when you look back at the first game, it was like around the first week of the season last year. Minnesota gave them a hard time in Minnesota.
They always do.
They barely squeaked that
They
out.
always do, and they're going to give them a hard time when they go outside at the end of the year. And that game, you're going to look back on that game and say, we should have won that, because Minnesota now thinks they can beat you when you come there. And they can.
They do, but that's that's what I was saying about the division game earlier. It's like those division games are always good games and they're always tough and competitive. It doesn't matter if they're great teams. Or
Right.
we could have beat Green Bay on day one, but we were unprepared.
Yeah.
We didn't look like we were ready to play, and that's kind of how we looked yesterday too. And they definitely didn't have the energy. They didn't match the energy of the Minnesota team, and that's what happened against Green Bay as well. So, it's interesting that, we look at a Lions team come out like that, especially with the Campbell coach team, and I can't imagine that went over well in the locker room afterwards, with that kind of effort. But they did not make the adjustments that I was expecting to see them make at halftime, to come out and play a better second half, which I thought they did slightly, but defensively they still were just getting worked on the line, man. They could not stop the run the whole game, and if you can't stop the run, then you can't rely on them just passing. JJ, I think he threw less passes than Goff did. I think he only threw 25 passes, which meant that they were running the ball
the ball down their throat. That's what they did.
Yep.
And that was a shocker. That was a shocker to me. I think your guy, the GM, and I think Campbell, I think they sit around, honestly, I do, saying that we've done enough. We're in place here. We're not going anywhere. Everybody believes in us. I think they're going to work at their own pace. I think they won enough games for this fan base, and the Lions are relevant. They didn't hike up the tickets. And I think they're going to do how they want to do it. I'm not saying Brad Holmes is a bad GM. I'm not saying he's a great one. I'm saying he's a good one. But I'm saying him and Campbell as a tandem, I believe this is their road. And Campbell plays it good. I'm gonna cover up for my team, but I think behind the scenes, this is my show. Him and Holmes, this is our show. We got this team out of we brought them out of nothing, and here we are, and the fans are stuck with him, and that's fine. He's been winning games, but to get to that next level, they're working at their own pace. They don't care. They don't care about what.
But why you see the Eagles are out there making moves, bringing in other people. Why I just don't understand why it's such a. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's built well in the draft, but you're at a spot now where you've had injuries on both sides of the ball the last couple of years. You got to go out there and do something.
Well, he said he was good with Hutch by himself. He said it out of his mouth. We don't need nothing else on the defensive line. He said this. You gave him $80 bazillion. I don't want to hear about double teams. That's what you said. You said it. Stop the run and pass rush. I don't hear about pressures. Get some sacks, stop the run. You said that. He comes off with a little bit of arrogance, and I'm the smartest guy in the room to me. That's just me. But
more than Jerry Jones?
Jerry Jones is clickbait. Jerry Jones is clickbait. He's been doing this since he bought the team.
He's starting to sound like Joe Biden, man. He's a little senile over
well,
there.
he's just clickbait. But one thing he's done, he's drafted well. They just don't perform.
Right.
Jerry Jones has drafted well. That's why he's in the Hall of Fame. But he's just clickbait. Now it's just whatever. Nobody. He just wants the attention. But the Lions, your expectation is to get to the Super Bowl, not win it, at least get there. But I think Holmes is just, hey, my track record is proven. I got you, Jahmyr Gibbs. I got you, Hutch. Even though Hutch was an obvious choice, I've done my job.
I don't think that at all.
I think he's going to move at his own pace.
I think they're constantly trying to reassess and assess what they have. You know, I just, you know, it's always been the Detroit thing. I don't think they have the purse strings, you know, to pull to make some of those deals. You know, I mean, they just paid Hutch a whole lot of money. They've paid Goff already. They've paid Gibbs. You know, so you know they're gonna.
They paid
You know,
J-Mo. They paying everybody.
yeah, they paid Williams,
Yeah.
and they're, you know, so they have limited purse strings at
Well,
this
now.
point, you know, yeah.
Well, now.
So they've paid some of the stars, but they're constantly reevaluating, you know, what they have available to them, and I just don't think they have a whole lot available to them, you know, that. You know, they would have to give up a lot to get something if they wanted to trade. And I don't see a whole lot of trades happening in the NFL.
Well, they
you know,
keep saying
not
Hendricks.
during
They keep
the
throwing.
season.
They keep throwing Hendricks out there.
Phillips just came.
So I don't. You know, I'm like Steinbrenner, the old Steinbrenner. I don't care about picks. I want a World Series. I want a Super Bowl. I don't care about.
I love your Yankees. And
I don't care about it. I don't care about that. If you want to go get Hendricks, go get Hendricks. Go get him. The Fords got money.
You know,
They're not poor.
yeah,
Everybody
exactly.
else. Go
Yeah,
get them.
they sell enough trucks, right?
Yeah. They're a sponsor. They're one of the sponsors of the NFL.
all right.
Ford truck, built Ford tough.
That's right.
Well, listen. Let's get off this Lions thing before we. I think we've beaten that dead horse this
We're
week.
beating it up, man. Beating
Super
it up.
Bowl is over.
It's- it
That
was
game.
just one
That game.
It's one game, man, and you know,
No, it's not.
It's
More
not a
than
good
one game,
showing.
bro. It's not. It's more
No,
than one
well,
game.
yesterday was just one game.
Right,
It's
but
all it
Minnesota's going to
was.
beat them at home, and it's going to screw it up. It's all screwed up now because now you got to go to Soldier Field and you got to play outside. This isn't easy anymore. You
It
get the
never
cakewalk.
was
You get the
easy, man.
cake. I said that. You get the cakewalk next week.
Dude, how
with
did the
Mariota.
Bears pull off that game too, man? Oh my God, I thought they were dead in the water.
I thought they were. Flacco threw for 90,000
called-
yards.
it's
so
called
you still have
no defense
So you still
on
have a
either side
chance
of it.
with the Bears because he
Yeah.
threw for 90,000 yards. But
Right.
that Ben Johnson has something. He's angry. They're
KC
rolling. He
even-
put up 47.
KC even got worked by Josh Allen yesterday.
Well,
man.
that happens. That happens. You know that happens.
Yeah.
That
Just
happens.
one game though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just one game.
Some one games are some one games. Some one games are not some one games.
Well, let's delve into Detroit Red Wings hockey. Joe, since
Okay.
last time we talked, how have you thought the Red Wings have fared? So
Hold
far?
on. Before
All
you
right,
answer
all right.
that, Joe, people are saying now they bought in with the Red Wings. They're saying now they bought in.
I don't know, dude.
Go.
So, you know, the Red Wings just came from the West Coast swing, man, and they won 2 out of 3 out here. But they got worked by the Ducks. It was their 4th game in 6 days when they played the Ducks. You know, so that's that's tough to do in the NHL, man. If you're watching the speed of the game, it's just up and down the ice. It's hard to do 4 games in 6 days, and you're traveling across the country. So the Red Wings have gotten, I think, you know, they're good. And they're better this year than they were last year. Their goaltending is
I lost
definitely.
Joe.
Jared, we got another dead battery. Go ahead, Joe. I can hear you, Joe.
Okay, so the Red Wings are good. They're not great, and they're getting a lot of early season points. The game against the Kings was crazy, man. I was so angry that the Red Wings. They allowed the Kings score 2 goals with less than 2 minutes left in the game to tie the game, and then seemingly lost in overtime. And I turned the TV off after they lost in overtime. Well, it turns out that they disallowed that overtime goal. Went to a shootout a couple seconds later, and the Red Wings won the game on a shootout. So I missed all that. I didn't realize that until I opened my phone the next day, and I was like, "Wait a minute! They lost this game. What is it? Why are they saying they won in a shootout?" You know. So and then they went up to San Jose and won 3-2. So they played a decent game up there. So the Red Wings are good. They're not great. They still have goaltending issues, and that's what is going to be the bottom line. if they make it to the playoffs, they're going to have to play better up front. They need a bruising forward, scoring forward, like when they got Brendan Shanahan, with the dynasty teams in the '90s and early 2000s, and they need a superstar defenseman.
Do you think
They
they'll
need-
get one this year in a trade deadline? You think this is a year Stevie
No.
says he's going to pull the trigger?
No, I
No?
doubt it. I
Okay.
doubt it. We have a really solid defenseman in Moritz Seider. He's a youngster. He's very good. He's one of the better defensemen in the league, but he's not a superstar. We had Nick Lidstrom, for God's sake. We had Konstantinov, who got paralyzed in the car crash after they won the first cup. But that dude was a beast, man. I wish he was. I wish that had never happened to him, man, because he was just an incredible player. We would have won more Stanley Cups with that dude Konstantinov had he not been injured. But he was such a presence on the ice. And then Nick Lidstrom was he's first ballot Hall of Famer.
Right.
Just incredible. Just could take over a game. Just the way
Well,
he
I mean,
plays.
hockey is a street.
Isn't it too hard to find guys like that now? I mean, isn't that those the players you just ripped off? Those are once in a lifetime. That you can't find that. That's the same thing with all these sports. You can't just find another Fedorov, another Steve.
I kind of think what you're seeing now in sports is the playing field kind of being leveled off a bit because everybody is in such good shape. They have the players' talent. When it comes to baseball, to be able to hit major league pitching, and I saw this throughout the playoffs, and hell, even throughout the regular season when I was watching the Tigers, these guys cannot see. For me, as a spectator, I'm telling these guys, hit to the opposite field, hit to the opposite field. He's going to throw you, a breaking ball. It's down and away. So swing to the opposite field, and they all look like they're trying to pull the ball. And that's because when they see it coming out of the pitcher's hand, they're seeing fastball. Because everybody throws 95 miles per hour now. Everybody. That never used to be the case, man. Everybody couldn't throw 95 before. So there's some parity going on with the athleticism, given the way that these guys train and their bodies. So the same thing in football. You don't see a superstar. A guy like Mahomes is a gamer. He makes things happen, not so much with his physical abilities, even though he's clearly a top-notch athlete. He does it with his mind. He plays with his mind. Wayne Gretzky was never a big, bruising, ripped guy. He just saw the game in a different way and could make passes and get open. And he never had a blistering shot either, but he put the puck where he wanted to put it, which was, where the net was at, and where the goalie wasn't. It was incredible. We got a couple guys like that nowadays.
Right.
Patrick Kane is, he's not the greatest defensive forward any longer, but that dude, he commands respect when he hits the ice, bro, and he's great in the locker room. For the rest of the young guys in the Red Wings, and he's just got the most incredible hands, dude, of anybody still in the NHL. It's crazy. He reminds me, Pavel Datsyuk was the same way. That dude's hands were he was just the most incredible stick handler ever. So
Yeah. Well, I appreciate your Red Wings report there, and then I know your Michigan State Spartans didn't fare too well again.
Dude, they're just well, they had a chance to win that ball game, and I was glad to see him make a quarterback change. The quarterback played reasonably well. He made a couple errors, but we just defensively we can't stop anybody consistently, and we're just not that good.
Yeah.
And if you ask me, I don't think our coach. I don't think our coach brings any kind of enthusiasm or emotion to the game.
I got two words for
And
you.
what's that?
Urban
Fire Smith.
Urban Meyer.
Hey, dude. Urban Meyer. Who else do we have? We have Urban Meyer.
Nick
What's the
Saban.
Penn State's coach?
I heard he was going to Virginia Tech.
Who, Franklin?
Franklin, yeah.
Okay, well.
James Franklin. Who else is out there?
Maybe Nick Saban will come out of retirement and recoach
I doubt it.
Well, he won't go to
already
he
had
won't go
his
to
one
state.
chance.
He won't go to state, but they did say today. It's funny that you said that it's always talks. It's always talks.
You think he's going to come out after all that hullabaloo of him getting out when he did?
He always said that his dream job
I don't
was
know.
Alabama. So
I don't know.
I don't see him coming out of it.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's hard it's hard to say with egomaniacs. So
Yeah.
you never know. You never know.
I thought he was going to be the savior of Michigan State, and then he jumped at the chance to get away from Michigan State, and then he went to LSU for a
He
year
went to LSU.
before he went to Alabama.
He was a disaster with the Dolphins. So Saban, to me,
Didn't he coach the Browns too?
I thought it was the Dolphins. I don't know. Was he with the Browns first? I don't know.
Who knows?
But what I do know with Saban is that the gravy train was Alabama. So they always want to make him the greatest head coach, college. I'm not so sure about that. Urban Meyer is ridiculous. He can just flat out coach college. He can just flat out coach. There were other coaches. It was a lot of coaches. Saban had a gravy. Everybody went to, at the time,
Right.
everybody went there. Now, is he a hell of a recruiter, or did Alabama just recruit itself? But Saban was a disaster. He wasn't that great. He wasn't great with the Dolphins. He wasn't. What did he do at LSU? He didn't win anything at LSU.
He was only there for a year, I think.
I got it. I get it, but LSU's big time.
They signed him, and then he walked on him.
Yeah.
He did the same thing to them that he did to Michigan State.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know.
So as far as college football, though, dude, I don't think there's any team that really can match Ohio State. I think Ohio State's the best team in the country.
I guess.
And I think they're good. I think they'll prove it by the end of the season in the national championship.
I think I'm with you on that. I'm looking around. I just don't. Alabama's good. Georgia's good. I mean, it's the same, but
they're okay.
I think they're. Yeah, I think Ohio State is head and shoulders above.
Yeah,
folks.
Ohio State's got offense, defense, and special teams, and great athletes. So and solid coaching. You don't have to like their coach, but that coach has won everywhere he goes, and he's put together a solid program. And I got nothing bad to say about that guy. I don't. There's a lot of haters for Michigan State, but. I don't hate the guy. I think he's done a good job there, and that team always comes ready to play, and he's got all the goods, to make it happen. So
Got all the good. Yep.
So I don't see Oklahoma or Alabama or anything. All those teams were just kind of marginal this year.
Yeah.
Tennessee, they can't hang.
Looks like Ohio State.
Ohio State will win unless they just kind of lose the game.
Right.
They blow it. Kind of like the Lions did yesterday. They blew it.
Yeah. Well, Joe, I appreciate you coming out again tonight.
Yep.
We
No
always
problem.
love it. You coming out.
Glad to come on. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Love to hear your
Thanks
Red
for being
Wings
with us.
report.
Yep.
And we'll get something in here more on the Red Wings for all those Red Wing fans out there. I've always loved the Red Wings. I'm more of a playoff hockey guy. I hate to admit it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love the game, man. The game is so fun to watch to me. You definitely need to understand it. It's hard to understand if you don't know what's going on. It's hard to follow the puck.
Maybe we'll have a segment.
And that's what we're getting to.
Maybe
this is
we'll
where
have
this
a
is leading up
segment.
to.
Ask EVJ.
That's
the hockey. Maybe we'll do that.
That's what we're leading up to because
Yeah,
I'm confused. Goals, points. Well, I'm confused. I like watching it live. It's the best sporting event live I've ever seen, but I don't know the rules. I don't like not knowing the rules.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I want to get to that.
Yeah,
And I like them more
man.
than the Lions and the Tigers.
What?
I love the Red Wings and I like the Pistons.
You just like their jerseys, don't you?
Tiger, I love the jerseys too.
I love
Tigers
their jerseys.
and the hats. Tigers and Lions. Whatever.
I'm gonna have to come in here with my my black.
Gotta
my
get some
black-
Red Wing joints.
My blacked out.
Red
I think
Wings?
what did they used to call it? The Black Heart jerseys. I got one of those.
The Red Wing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got everything.
I'm gonna have to.
He's got
come in with
everything.
one
You
of
guys
those.
got everything.
I got some Red Wing shirts, man.
I know
Yeah.
you do. I know you do.
JoJo's. I've been when JoJo was up here a few months ago. Rally House was where we stopped, and I think he spent about $1,000.
Okay, so yeah, next time we come, so give me something out of Joe. You
I
can
got two
afford it.
shirts, Scott.
Let
Two
him
shirts
buy-
and a Viking.
What?
Come on.
They're $500 a piece,
Yeah,
Joe.
let
It's
him
Rally
buy,
House.
He's got all the money. Let him buy the stuff for us. All I want is a Red Wing fitted. Just give me one of that, Joe. I'm good. You come back.
All right.
Well,
I'll
thanks,
get you something
JoJo.
good.
We'll be out of this time next week, and hopefully we can get you out of work in enough time so you're not speed racing at home from L.A.
All right.
We're good, Scott. You know, we're good. I work. I
right,
work
buddy.
in the morning, man. I work early morning, bro.
Okay. Yeah, he's almost retirement, man.
I know, he's rich.
I know.
Rich.
No, jeez, come on.
He's going to be playing 60 rounds of golf a week.
This is crazy talk. Crazy talk.
Yeah, I
Ain't
know.
nobody rich.
You should see his wine cellar.
See, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
We got to California.
He's got like these-
Napa Valley in
yeah,
the basement.
pretty
huh?
much. Yeah, yeah. He's got a whole room, and he's got like this wine cooler thingy, and like these expensive wines. I love it. Yeah,
Love it. It's good to be rich.
he drinks a bottle of wine a night.
It's good to be rich. Just said
He's
it.
a bottle of wine a night.
I love it.
that's right. Oh my God, I got so much. Got so much wine. I got wine to pass around.
Joe, I seen your Instagram, and I know you put stuff up and you take it down, but I seen you in there ordering stuff when you were in Napa a few months ago. I see that. It's like
well,
he's
you
just
know,
making deals.
So he's got a vineyard
I
in
like
his basement.
Right, he's got a vineyard. He's got a vineyard in his backyard, actually.
I like good wine. I can't lie. I cannot lie.
Yeah.
I like good wine, and good wine is not cheap. So
Yeah.
That is true, Joe. That is true.
that
That
is
is
true.
true. All right, buddy.
All right,
Well,
buddy.
we'll catch you next week. All right.
All right. Well,
All right. Thanks,
hopefully You're
Jojo.
looking good. You're looking good there, Scott. I hope you're
Well,
feeling
thanks,
all right.
buddy.
And,
I'm
you
feeling
know,
pretty good. Yeah.
That's.
Yep.
I'm
Feeling
glad to
pretty
hear
good.
that. Really happy to hear that.
Yeah.
And Corey, you take care. More and more, I think we're kind of we're coming together. I think in the way that we think.
Well, smart people do that. You're smarter than me, Joe, but smart people usually do that. Watch my Cowboys
Oh, my
tonight. See if
God.
they can. This is a trap game. Every game the Cowboys play is a trap game.
You know, I'm speaking specifically though about your insistence that you need a superstar or a couple. That World Series, the Blue Jays could have won the game, easily,
Yeah.
but the stars came out and made it happen.
did,
I mean,
yeah.
Shohei wasn't great in Game 7, but he was solid the whole
Yeah.
series.
Yeah, he was.
And who else? Mookie wasn't great, but
But he was
he
yeah.
came through
Yep.
at certain times when they
Yep.
needed him.
Yep.
Will Smith,
Yep.
he's unsung hero.
Yep.
Max Muncy freaking hit some long balls.
Yeah. Yep.
He was 5 for 30 or something
Yeah.
like that. And he
Gotta have those stars, man.
Gotta love him.
those dudes could come to
that's
play,
my
man.
National League team.
And it's fun to see,
Yeah.
and that was a hell of a Game 7, and it was a fun series to watch,
Loved it. Loved it.
Yep. So, all right, boys. Well, thanks for having me again, and
All right, man.
you all take care, and we'll
right.
talk again soon.
For sure.
All right,
See you next
JoJo,
week.
go have a cigar and a glass of wine.
Yep.
EVJ.
EVJ.
right here on the Roar Live. And that will take us now to Corey's Roar.
It's now time for Corey's Roar. Corey's mic is on,
Turn my mic up.
and his roar waits for no one.
All right, ladies and gents, we're going to do something a little different here. Tonight, we're going to talk about we're going to do a little more serious stuff. Not that the rant's not serious, but we're going to get into some things or something that It's near and dear to me. And it's this guy right here. And I'm not going to tell you guys. We're very close. I'm not going to tell you the relationship. You guys figure that out.
Yeah.
But here we go. So, Scott is, he went through some serious stuff. He's been going through some serious things. And we want to touch on that a little bit and give we like to bring people in to us. We're personal.
Right.
We love the people that view us and that watch us. So
They become family.
yeah, it's like family. So Scotty's not only a great host. He's not only a great host. He's not only a great friend. He's not only he's good. He's a strong guy. He's a fighter. He's not only just a great singer. This guy used to sing, for the Tigers, a cappella national anthem. He's all of that. So we've been going through some things together. We've shared laughs, we've shared games, and we probably had too many bad meals, on the road. But this time, we're talking about something that matters a whole lot more in life, when we're talking prostate cancer. So let's dig into it a little bit. And, like I said, Scotty's a strong guy. He's a survivor. So I'm going to ask him some questions in regards to this. So when you first heard that you were, diagnosed, this is a serious thing here. When you were diagnosed with this, what went through your mind? What were you thinking right off the bat? Like what was? I can't. I haven't gone through anything like that. But what were you thinking?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I was in complete shock.
Okay.
This has been going on since the beginning of May, end of April, beginning of May, when I found out
Okay.
that I had prostate cancer, and I think it was just a lot of doubt. What's next? Am I gonna die? Those kind of things happen. You think of those kind of things.
Right.
And for me, man, it was just, it's like you start thinking about your grandkids, like I do, who I love to death, and my boys and my daughter, and of course my wife, of course, because she was just a complete wreck. But I think just the doubt started creeping in. But I mean, that's pretty much, where do we go next?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let me ask you this. Knowing what you know now, were there any signs, any symptoms that you may have brushed off, kind of ignored? Things that guys should know, should stop ignoring. Were there any?
Well, for me, Co, I mean, honestly, for me, I would say a year ago in February, my wife and I were at a convention for, because she's had some issues with her heart.
Okay.
And she was invited to a convention down in Miami, and I got sick down there.
Okay.
And it was, I've never felt that way before. I couldn't go to the bathroom. It felt like I had to go to the bathroom, but I couldn't, it wouldn't come out. It was just weird. I've never felt that way before.
Okay.
And then got back home, and it didn't kind of go away. So I went to urgent care, and they told me, "Hey, you got a prostate infection." And I'm like, "A prostate infection? I've never had one of those."
Okay.
I mean, before that, I'm 53. I just turned 53.
Gotcha.
But I mean, for me, it was, getting older. The stream wasn't, you don't want to talk about it, but the stream isn't as, good as it was, and it takes you a little time to go. You stand there at the stall a little longer than usual, but it went away after I had that, and then we were on a cruise with the grandkids and stuff back last November. And it kind of crept back up again, but it wasn't as bad. And it kind of went away on its own. So I'm like, maybe this is just, I had another infection or something.
Okay.
Fast forward 2 or 3 months, and then I said, honey, I'm going to go to the urologist and get it checked out. And that it just happened that day. I got into my primary care physician earlier that day, and I told him where I was going, and unbeknownst to me, he ran blood work, and the next day, my primary care physician called me up and he said, Scott, your PSA levels are 80. And normal is like
Yeah,
0
okay.
or 1. You know,
wow.
You don't want them. You don't want them high.
Yeah.
And so basically, that's how it started for me. Back in May, I went from that to, and my urologist said, "I'm glad that your primary care physician checked that out, because that's not usually the first thing we start with when somebody says they're having troubles going to the bathroom in that way." And then from there, it was MRI, and then the MRI showed that there was a mass in there, and from there it was biopsy, and then the biopsy didn't show well. My whole prostate was completely filled with cancer. Didn't get into my bones, which is good.
Right.
That was the good thing. But I just had surgery Thursday.
Okay.
To remove it
Yeah.
robotically.
Okay.
Yeah. And I praise the doctor who did a great job, Dr. William Johnston III, out of Michigan Urology. He did a robotically. I didn't know what to expect.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect. This is new for me.
Yeah. So like I said, this is a tough thing. Tough thing to talk about. And of course, I'm rooting for you. I'm thinking about you. You make the show. I depend on you, rely on you. I'm no good without you.
Nah.
So I'm thinking so now you had the surgery, it's a success. So now what's the game plan? What do you do next? What do you go about? What did the doctor tell you? What do you need to
Well, for me now,
do,
it's,
not
it's
do, and all this stuff?
I'm still trying to lose weight. I look back on those early films of us in the beginning, and I'm like, man, I kind of was a really chunky back then. I guess we all were. So for me, it's like losing weight,
Yeah.
eating right.
Okay.
They said the surgery was successful. They had to remove the whole thing.
Okay.
They took some lymph nodes. I'll find out next week.
Okay.
Or actually later on this week if how the path report is on it. But everything looks great, man. I mean, God was great, and I give all my credit to Lord Jesus Christ for this, because if it wasn't for Him, I would have got through this.
Yeah.
I think for me, the waiting period from May to just last Thursday was the hardest part for me, because you had doubts try to get in your mind, and you just gotta. It's a mental game, it really is. And but for me now, it's just keeping up and getting my exercise and getting my PSA levels checked probably every month.
Okay.
He wants to keep them obviously below 0.5, he was saying. I'll still have to take some medicine. No radiation or chemo right now. That's not in the cards. And hey, I'm believing God that I won't even have to go through this again.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So real quick, I got two more for you real quick.
Yeah.
What would you tell men out there who are afraid to kind of go through it, like to do it? Like, what's your advice? What would be your advice?
Well, honestly, everybody, to be honest with you, it's not a hard thing to get checked for.
Okay.
I mean, it's just going in for blood work.
Okay.
And the doctor said now, and it's good because I'm aware, because prostate cancer is ran in my family
Okay.
to some degree. My dad is a low grade,
Okay.
but they kind of just monitor it. And then my grandfather way back when, I guess he had his removed, but it's more of just go get a blood test.
Okay.
When you go in for your annual physical, say, hey, can you check my PSA levels? And and they'll be able to tell you. And if your PSA levels are not alert level, you're good to go. So it's not like, when you talk about the prostate, you're always thinking, oh, guys are uncomfortable with somebody putting their fingers back there and whatever. But I had that done in between that time, and the doc was like, "Hey, my primary care, it's fine back there, no problems." But just get a PS level. Just get a blood test.
Okay.
It's easy to do.
Yeah.
It's so easy, and it can save your life. Because I'll be honest with you, if I don't know how if I would have waited and just said it was me getting older and where it could have spread, because you don't want to get it in your bones. You don't want to get it into all that other stuff. And like I said, it was the Lord God who saved me from that and gave me the strength mentally and physically to get it through. And I'll be honest with you, Thursday was the surgery. I went home Friday, and I got like 5 incisions in my stomach. And I'll be honest with you, it just feels like somebody. I've done 500 sit-ups.
Okay.
Like my stomach's just sore. I got to wear a catheter for a week or so. But
Okay.
I mean, that's just what it is. But hey, it's out of there, and just keep it. Just keeping. I keep looking at what you're eating. I think it has a lot to do with it. And as you get older, we're 50 something now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So we gotta watch what we eat. We gotta. Be careful of the things that we like to do back in our 20s. We can't do those anymore, man, because one, it's unhealthy, and with us getting older and all the stuff we've consumed and stuff,
Yeah. That's what they say. Like, what you put into your body is what you get out of it. I've always heard that. So me knowing you, I know you're a guy. After this, so the surgery, I know you were trying to get up and at him.
Yeah.
Right after the surgery.
Yeah.
That's who you are. And this is something that it's a game changer.
Oh yeah.
It's a game
Absolutely.
changer. It's a different way now that you think and your outlook on life, and you see relationships and things like that. Family and friends, and people are praying for you and rooting for you. And we're just glad to have you here at the studio. I'm glad you went, took care of what you had to take care of, and the surgery was a success.
Yeah.
And
And shout out to Huron Valley Side.
shout out to Huron Valley. I knew you would be.
Yeah.
I know you.
Yeah.
So I know you would be backing up, moving like as soon as you got out of there.
All the nurses and staff
Yeah.
over there were just amazing.
Yeah.
From the top down.
Great.
And of course the doctors. And of course, all the hundreds of thousands of people that were praying. My wife said she was getting prayers and stuff from people that she was like, I didn't know they even knew about this. And my mom's a Facebook junkie, and so that's how older people, that's how they do it. So it's prayers and all that other good stuff. So yeah,
Good. And you didn't miss a beat, man.
No.
You look great.
I got a little bit to go, but
Yeah.
I feel stronger every day. Every day I can say, since the surgery, I've been stronger every day. Every day.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot more to life, ladies and gents, than me being right about the Lions and sports.
Yeah.
It's a lot more to it.
Yeah.
It's a lot more to it, and we're glad to have our host, our leader. He didn't miss a beat. He did what he had to do. Went through the surgery. It was a success, and he's going to keep pushing forward. And things are going to look, better and better. With him and his family, and everybody that loves him and supports him. So we're glad to have him here. Like I said, he's a leader of the show, and it wouldn't be a roar.
It's 50-50.
It wouldn't be a roar without him. So yeah, we wanted to share that with you guys, and guys, take heed, listen, and do what you have to do. Take the necessary
Get your
steps.
PSA
Get your
levels checked.
There
It's
you
an
go.
easy thing to do.
There you go.
Easy thing to do.
All right.
Well, listen, folks, we've kind of kept you a little long tonight here on the Roar Live. 8:50 tonight. We're ending it. But hey, Jared had some things to do.
Yeah, Jared has some things.
Jared is a busy guy.
Jared is one of the best producers.
Absolutely.
I would put him up against anybody in ESPN. And
I would too.
That's what he does, and he makes a lot of money too. I think Jared's rich too, but
Yeah,
he doesn't
I think so too.
He doesn't show it.
Yeah, he doesn't show it.
Yeah, he just got.
He's
He's one of those guys that
he's very rich.
Yeah, he's gonna buy the 99-cent
Yeah.
dishwashing or whatever. He's not gonna spend any money, but he's got a lot of it.
Yeah,
I know that for a fact.
All right, folks. We will see you next time right here on The Roar Live. I'm Scotty William. That is Corey Tiez.
We love you guys.
Jared in the back. And, of course, thank you, Sean Stewart and EVJ for coming on. We'll see you next week right here on The Roar
Urban Meyer,
Live.
Michigan State. Urban
Yeah.
Meyer, Michigan State.